who wins your heart. Welcome back to Animal Feud TV, the biggest, loudest, and only game show where logic hides under the couch and dignity wears a cone. Last time, the perfect pair took the win with flair, sass, and more tuna than a grocery aisle. But now the Snuggle Pups are barking back with new tricks and fresh drool. I'm Percy the Parrot, flapping, squawking, and always in everyone's business. I've survived seed shortages, window collisions, and one suspicious smoothie. Now give it up for the king of the jungle, the ruler of roars, Leo the lion.
Let the wild games begin. Tonight's matchup. It's Team Cats, the royal, the ridiculous, the perfect pair. Meowzard and Captain Paws, cool, clever, and ready to judge you from a windowsill. And taking them on, Team Dogs, the fluffiest, funniest, the Snuggle Pups. Biscuit and Waffles, loyal, lovable, and wagging their way into trouble. Let's see who paws their way to victory or rolls over laughing. All right, Jungle fans, before we dive into wild questions, it's time for a little Fern Flair. First up, he's got 9 lives and 1 dramatic heartstring. Give it up for the strong soul cat himself. Captain Paws.
This song is called Love Me Gently, but Feed Me First, dedicated to all who love me, especially my human family.
Oh yeah, I feel it in my whiskers tonight, listen to me now. Love me gently, scratch my head. Give me tuna in a fancy bed. I'm the king of this whole seabed, but I'll trade my crown for a can of meat. Love me gently, feed me first. Fill my bowl, baby, quench my thirst. I'm a soulful king, my heart will burst. If dinner's late, that's the worst. Ooh, I roam the house with pride and grace. I own this couch, I own this space. But when I hear that guitar pop, I sprint so fast, I just can't stop. Love me gently, feed me first. Sing it loud, cause my hunger hurts. I'll purr for you, baby, I'll never curse. But don't be late or it's the worst. Oh, baby, I forgive your clumsy ways. Knocking overboard all my days. Give me love and I'll give you purse, but my stomach speaks louder than words. Love me gently, feed me first. I'll love you forever, that's rehearsed. I'm your soul cat singing the verse. But if dinner's late, oh, it's the worst.
Thank you, Captain Paws. And now prepare your hearts and ears. He's sweet, lovable, and just discovered his inner country star. Give it up for Waffles.
This one's special, called You're My Snack Time, dedicated to my human family.
Wake up, wagon, sun is shining bright. I'm dreaming of bacon all through the night. I see your slippers, I fetch them just fine. But deep in my heart, I'm waiting for snack time. You're my snack time, my only snack time. I wag my tail for you all day. You never know, dear, how much I love snacks. Don't you ever take my kibble away. Wake up, wagon, sun is shining bright. Dreaming of bacon all through the night. I see your slippers, I fetch them just fine. But deep in my heart, I'm waiting for snack time. You're my snack time, my only snack time. I wag my tail for you all day. You never know, dear, how much I love snacks. Don't you ever take my kibble away.
After listening to amazing talents, it's time to get serious. Here's how the game works. 2 teams, 2 rounds, 1 bonus emotional round, funny questions, even funnier answers. Each answer earns points based on creativity, chaos, and laughs. I'll ask the questions, Percy keeps score, and the team with the most points wins a wild prize. Here's the first question. What makes your human family special? Let's hear those sweet stories. What makes your human family stand out from the rest? Waffles, take us there.
My human knows I'm really scared of thunder, so every time there's a storm, they build me a little blanket cave with pillows, and my favorite toy inside. They even sit with me and tell me everything's okay. That makes me feel safe and loved.
Do you stay in the cave the whole time?
I do, until I smell snacks. Then I poke my head out like a hungry burrito.
Biscuit?
My human sings to me every night before bed. They get all the words wrong and sing way too loud, but it makes me feel like I'm their favorite thing in the whole world. Even when I bark, they keep singing.
What's your favorite song?
It's called Who's a Good Boy? They made it up just for me. And yes, I am.
Captain Paws?
My human doesn't push me to play or cuddle when I don't feel like it. They just sit nearby quietly and wait for me to come over. That makes me feel really respected and loved. Sometimes we just sit and look out the window together.
And what do you do with that space?
I pretend I'm ignoring them, but I always sit just close enough so they know I care.
Meowzard?
My human lets me nap right on their laptop, even when they're working. They just move their hands and keep typing around me. I think that means they really want me there, and it makes me feel important.
Do you walk on the keyboard too?
Of course. I once sent an email that said, It was very professional.
And that's the end of round 1. Sounds like these humans are doing a great job loving their pets.
Let's check the scores. Perfect pair, 25 points. Snuggle Pups, 35 points. Still close. It's anyone's game in round 2. The perfect pair are only 10 points behind. One big round, and they could take the lead.
All right, Furballs, here's your next challenge. What's your favorite treat, and what's the funniest or craziest thing you did to get it? Meowzard, start us off.
Tuna toast. I stared at my human until they gave in.
Do you practice that stare in the mirror?
Nope. I was born with the face of guilt and greatness.
Legendary. Captain Paws, your turn.
I faked a limp to get chicken, then I did a happy dance.
A happy dance, huh? Was it a wiggle or a twirl?
Both. I call it the limp and spin. I even wagged in rhythm.
Now that's dedication. Biscuit, what about you?
Grilled cheese. I sat still with the saddest eyes ever.
Did they give you the crust or just the crumbs?
The crust. Then I cried louder for more. It worked.
Classic puppy power. Waffles, bring us home.
Peanut butter Kong. I did 5 tricks and sang a song.
You sang? Was that part of the deal?
Nope. I added it myself. I even howled the chorus.
And that wraps up round 2. Players, prepare for the next round.
Jungle scores are in. Perfect pair, 55 points. Snuggle Pups, 70 points. The dogs are ahead. Can the cats catch up in the final round?
Here's the final round question. Pets, if you have one sentence to say to your human family, what it is, make it count. One sentence, one truth, straight to your human's heart. Waffles, you're up.
Even when you leave, my heart waits by the door.
Whew, that's loyalty right there. Captain Paws, your turn.
You're my person, and I love you even on your worst day.
Someone grab a tissue. This cat's got a soul.
Biscuit, let it out, buddy.
You gave me a home, and I'll spend my whole life saying thank you.
Oh, the crowd is melding. Meowsart, close us out.
Even when I walk away, I'm always watching over you.
This round needs a warning label, may cause happy tears and ugly crying.
I second that. Let's hear it for our pets, folks. This round wasn't about points, it was about heart. But we still have a winner.
Final scores, the perfect pair, 86 points, and the Snuggle Pups, 90 points.
Congratulations! Snuggle Puffs, you won a golden chew toy engraved in sparkly jungle script.
We barked our best, and the jungle heard us.
I want to thank my human family, my fans, my squeaky toy, and the couch leg I chewed for luck.
Well earned, Team Snuggle Pups. Well earned.
Viewers, did the jungle pick the right winner? Want more performances from Waffles, Biscuit, Meowsart, and Captain Paws? Who do you think will win in the ultimate battle of cats versus dogs? If your heart just melted like mine, like this video, comment your favorite pet moment, and subscribe so you never miss the next Animal Feud TV adventure.
To all animal lovers out there, please subscribe and thank you for your unconditional love and support. Thank you for watching and keep tuning in to see what happens next in The Ultimate Tiebreaker. This is Animal Feud TV. Keep on watching. Let's keep the laughs coming.